Basically, I decide to support everyone, because I think the big organizations, they are really doing something important, and there's a lot of children who are in refugee camps in need of help right now, and Save the Children are really, for example, a good way of helping now. But if you need to bring people together, I believe much more in things like this. The slow movement, it's taking a lot of time, but it's so important, and it's so important to be part of, because this is how we take that back, the feeling of being able to change the world again. Definitely, they talked a lot to us children about having responsibility of how we act and what we do and other people's validity. We've been traveling a lot and learning about other peoples and other religion and living, and been talking about how to behave respectfully to each other, and so it's very natural for me. I was always engaged, but in 2009 there was a big refugee case with some Iraqis who moved into a church at Nørrebro, and I was active in that movement, and from that day I was an activist. Some parts of that back then was aggressive, because meeting the police who was doing a job for the state and being in that pressure was really intense for me back then. So as I got children, I decided that I don't need to be in these kind of direct struggles, because that's too much for me. I was a social worker back then, and I had a lot of, pressure on me. So I took some decisions that, okay, I really need to be active in doing something, but I need to do it in a positive way, and I need my children to feel safe when I'm out being an activist. Taking action, because if I really get so tired in my head by doing nothing and receiving all these impressions that we need to do something, so it's actually giving me energy to do it. And then I find my ways with the whole climate change things and taking care of the nature. I can just bring my children, because that's a positive way of showing them that we need to take action. With the refugee children and the really massively sad stories, I don't involve my children that much, because they are 4 and 5 years old, so they are too young, I think, to carry the world on their shoulders. So, with the environment and the nature, they need to take action, because that's just a fact.